Hi, so I went on Etsy and I was checking out this Etsy shop called Rustic Pages Company. I will leave a link to their shop in the comments. And I got two book boxes from them, okay? I got one that's called Holiday Blind Date with a Book Box, Christmas Mystery Stationery Gift, $25. And I got one that's called Cryptids Edition, Blind Date with a Book. Okay, so we have two Blind Date with a Book boxes. They were each $25 each. So my total came to $50. There was $3.38 for tax, and then I had a shop discount for $5. So my grand total came up to $48.38 for two. So this is like two book boxes in one box. It is the holiday theme. It had several different genres that you could choose from. And it has also had a package type for the holiday one where you could select if you wanted the book only or if you wanted like the book along with little extras that they include. I picked book only and I chose horror for the genre. So let's see what they put together for us. Here's our first look inside of the box. Ooh, nice. And this is their company, Rustic Pages Co. It says, thank you for supporting my small business. I hope you love your purchase as much as I loved creating it. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. Then we have something thin here, like a thin book. And then we have a big old book, okay? So, oh, I'm getting paper shreds. Oh, paper shreds, that's okay. So, I think this blue one here, yes, it has a sticker that says Cryptids. So, this is our Cryptids book. And then we have the Christmas horror book. Let's go ahead and look at the cryptids first. So it has two bookmarks in it. This says name, year, and goal. And it says date finished, title, and rating. And it's double-sided. So you can put like, this is cool because I could put like list out all the books that I've read in 2026. And then have like a record of my year of books. So like for memories, you know, so that's nice. And then there's another bookmark here, which is shiny and it's like an autumn window scene. So that's really pretty. I like that a lot. Okay, and let's go ahead and get into the book and see what we got. We also have this in here. Is this a sticker? Or just a card? I think it's just a card with like a Wendigo. Is that a Wendigo with flowers on it? Alrighty. And then we have about this book. It says it is a paperback novella. And it has a description. It says, unveiling the cryptids of the Ozark Mountains, where folklore meets the unexplained. So it's like a little info sheet. That's nice. And then we have a cloudy window sticker. And we have, I think this is so you can write a little note on it and like mark your page if there's something you might want to reference back to, like favorite parts of the book or something. That's really handy I could definitely use these for next month when I do my book reviews video because they're lengthy and I have so much that I like to go through and I can like save certain parts. Like I know in The Green Mile and I think one other book too, there was like some really beautiful quotes that I would have liked to save the place. So that'll be really good for that. And here's the book. It is Echoes in the Hills. Unveiling the Cryptids of the Ozark Mountains by Ricardo Rebello. He's a critically acclaimed author and filmmaker specializing in horror fiction. Uncover the mysteries hidden in the Ozark Mountains. Step into the heart of the Ozarks where folklore meets the unexplained. Cryptids of the Ozarks by Ricardo Rebello takes you on an unforgettable journey through the dense forests, the rugged hills, and the shadowy caves of one of America's most mysterious regions. Packed with vivid storytelling and meticulous research, this book is a must-read for fans of cryptozoology, folklore, and the supernatural. Ooh, that seems really good. Okay, now let's get into our holiday. Very pretty. I like how nicely these are wrapped. We have an about this book. It says it's an adult novel and it's a hardback. And the description says The Push meets The Silent Patient. I've never heard of either one of those, so I'm not familiar. And it has a little synopsis here. It says, a woman convinced a sinister figure is going to great lengths to make sure her pregnancy never happens. And the men refuse to believe her. Alrighty. Sounds pretty spooky. And it's really beautiful. It's called Delicate Condition. The feminist update to Rosemary's Baby we all needed. Her body is no longer her own. A tense psychological thriller that asks the chilling question, what does it take to be believed? Well, I've never heard of this author, so this is something new, which I like. I like to find something new. That's why I do these. And it's very beautiful. And, you know, they say don't judge a book by its cover. But, like, if you're looking for something new that you haven't tried before, what the shit else are you supposed to do? You know, I look at the beautiful covers and I say, well, that looks interesting, and then I buy it. And this is a very beautiful cover. So it, you know, it's definitely makes me think like pretty, intriguing, nice, you know, like I love the flower. I love the contrast of all the vibrant colors and stuff like that. So, and it certainly sounds interesting. It says it's beautifully written, unbearably tense, and deeply scary. A modern fairy tale that asks what we'd be willing to sacrifice for the thing that we want the most. So, very spooky indeed. Looks fantastic. I can't wait to get into it. Let me know what you think about these. And again, I will try to remember as quickly as possible to go ahead and put a link to this Etsy page in the comments in case you would like to check them out for yourself. Thank you so much for joining me and have a wonderful night.